Prince William is on the front pages this morning, welcoming a new investigation into Princess Diana's 1995 Panorama interview. Questions have, as I'm sure you know, been raised over how the interview with Martin Bashir came about. All sorts of skullduggery being alleged. Well, Royal Editor Russel Myers joins us now. Russell, this is quite extraordinary for Prince William to speak out like this. I don't think this has ever happened before.
No, good morning, Lorraine. Yeah, well, you're right. It's absolutely unprecedented. And I'm sure everyone has seen the raft of headlines we've had for nearly 2 weeks now concerning the BBC Panorama interview in 1995 with Princess Diana. Martin Bashir accused of using all sorts of methods to actually get that interview. And Prince William has actually spoken out. We must remember this is very, very raw for him. He went through this, as a young man, as a child, seeing his mother, on the front pages and then eventually meeting her tragic end. And he's released a statement last night and it says, he intensively welcoming the investigation, but he said the independent investigation is a step in the right direction. It should help establish the truth behind the actions that led to the Panorama interview and subsequent decisions taken by the BBC. Absolutely extraordinary that he would wade into this, really, because it's a live investigation by the BBC. They announced a top judge, Lord Dyson, the former head of the Court of Appeal, will head up that investigation for the BBC. And also, there may be a police investigation as well as a parliamentary investigation with MPs discussing the prospect of whether they want to look into a fresh probe about this. It's a very, very fast moving and, as you say, absolutely unprecedented that William would comment on it.
Isn't it extraordinary that here we are, 25 years after that interview, and since she died, still talking about Diana? Because obviously, and I do wonder, in some ways I hope William and Harry aren't watching The Crown, because actually the way they're depicting that Diana was treated by Charles and by everyone is actually quite tough to watch. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, there's been a lot written over the last few days. Obviously, The Crown has come out to huge fanfare and furore as well, really, because there are a lot of historical inaccuracies in this version of The Crown. And Peter Morgan, the writer, has actually said that, yes, he did use artistic license in a lot of the scenes. He has imagined how the scenes played out. And I know certainly, I can't imagine William will be watching it. He's said previously to friends about how he believed it was, not a very fair depiction of his parents' marriage. He said that it was a simplish way to make money, apparently. Also, Charles has told friends that he won't be watching it. I think the depiction of Charles and Diana's marriage is particularly worrying for the royal family, and I don't think they will be tuning in, or part of the 80 million people tuning in over the next couple of weeks.
It is interesting, isn't it? Because in a way, they sort of got over that. Charles had gone on to marry the woman that he's always loved. He got on to marry Camilla, and they're very settled together. And there's a whole generation that has grown up that didn't know this story. And they will. I know there's the caveat that actually it is a drama and not a documentary, but most people watching it will believe it. They will.
Yes, I think you're right, actually. There is a total younger generation, and you don't need to have seen all the headlines for us to know that it is a drama. However, there is a younger generation that won't be seeing those headlines about what is fact, what is fiction, and they will be taking this on face value. And I think the really graphic depictions of Diana's bulimia that she suffered with, her mental health issues, the fact that her complete fall of her relationship with Charles, and the Crown is talking about him carrying on his affair with Camilla throughout the marriage, which just didn't happen. And I think we need to be very, very careful and take it with a pinch of salt whilst enjoying the later series.
Indeed, and of course there is the irony that The Crown is done by Netflix, and Harry and Meghan have signed this big Netflix mega deal. And overnight, Prince Harry, well, he's been showing his support for the military. He was actually, let's have a look, because he was talking at an event in the States. He's talking about troops in the US, but obviously he's talking about where his heart is, I think, and that's in the military over here. He must miss that so much.
Yes, absolutely right. I think, one of the main points of the divorce deal with the rest of the royal family, and the thing that hurt him the most, was that he was made to stand down from his military appointments, and that is under a 12-month review. And I think that Harry will be yearning for that. He'll be wishing that is reinstated. You look at him wearing his medals with pride. Over the weekend, he was banned from laying a wreath in his absence at the cenotaph, and so him and Meghan went to the LA Veterans Cemetery, which was also caught in controversy about whether they should have done it. I mean, he can't do right for wrong at the moment, Harry, and I do feel very, very sorry for him. And you're right, this is where his heart lies, and I think that that's what he wants to do more of.
Exactly, and so he should. So he should. He's served his country, and he should be allowed to make his contribution and continue to make that contribution. Now, we found out more. This whole story is very bizarre. It's more about Meghan's so-called involvement with the book that came out. Was it Finding Freedom? The book yes, that one, the Harry and Meghan story. So what's going on there?
Now, this is absolutely extraordinary, and I say this all the time when we're hearing the latest raft of court allegations. However, the new documents submitted to the High Court yesterday was part of a 45 deposition by Meghan's team. Now, they've already got the trial delayed by 9 months for a confidential reason. We don't know why that is, but Meghan has revealed for the first time that she allowed a friend to speak to the authors of Finding Freedom. She's always maintained that she and Harry did not cooperate with the authors. So this is absolutely breathtaking. It could blow the case wide open. Also, she's actually said that she spoke to 2 senior members of the royal family before she wrote this letter to her father. The centre of this court case is the letter to Thomas Markle, and it's thought that these 2 people were Harry, her husband, but also Prince Charles. And after these conversations, she went and wrote that letter that is, we're all still talking about. I mean, this trial may come to fruition next year, maybe in October, after the autumn, after this delay. But she's also asked that it is given a summary judgment in January. And, we'll all be watching it as much as we're watching The Crown, I think.
I think we probably will. It was interesting when you said it was being delayed for 9 months. What else happens in 9 months? I don't know. Just putting it out there, that's all. Just that's all. It's so good to see you, Russell. Thank you very, very much indeed for joining us. We'll talk to you real soon. Thank you. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.